Hi everyone. Today I would like to offer you a mindfulness practice which begins with a story. It's an ancient one, but I find it quite relevant and useful today. The reason I love the story is because I love playing with words. Words often convey deeper meaning if we really care to notice. And I do believe that we live in times that are calling us to go deeper, to be more mindful, to observe and notice. So, here it is, the story of remembering. It takes us 5,000 years ago, when the king of Egypt, the god Osiris, was viciously killed by his jealous brother, Seth. On Seth's order, Osiris's body was dismembered, cut in 14 pieces, and all the pieces were scattered and buried in different parts of Egypt. In her grief, Osiris's loving wife, the goddess Isis, transformed herself into a mighty bird and flew searching for the pieces. Eventually, using her sharp bird vision, or in today's language we might say mindfully observing from above, Isis was able to find all the body parts. And then, here is when the story becomes really beautiful. She gathered all the pieces of her husband's dismembered body and she remembered them. She reconnected the pieces until she was able to bring Osiris back to life. Therefore, to remember means to connect all the pieces until we become wholesome and brimming with life again. It also means to recall, to call again, in order to remember the inner connectedness as well as our unity with one another, and also the oneness with everything around and beyond us. So here we are today, connected in the most profoundly new way, as a community, helpful and supportive of each other, even from a distance. At the same time, really trying to figure out how to function wholesomely ourselves while we are at home. Astonishingly, the nature around us, and I really like that side effect, it also returns to its wholesomeness, reconnecting its wounded parts while it's unburdened from our daily pollution and giving us back the precious cleaner air to breathe, while also reminding us that everything in nature works in symbiosis. Here it is, our daily practice, to remember to reconnect to our breath, to our inner sensations and experiences, while at the same time honestly observe and notice the disconnect within, from each other and from our environment. The practice really is to mindfully and diligently remember that inner oneness. There are no separate parts within and without, and to honor it each day with each breath. So let's do a short meditation today together, and you're welcome to expand depending on how many pieces do you feel that you need to reconnect with. And also remember that each day is different. So like Isis, we mindfully observe and search for the pieces if we feel scattered, and honor that experience, which will vary from day to day. So let's start by finding a comfortable sitting position. If you're sitting cross-legged, the hands may rest on your knees, palms may be up or down, and often we hear that there is different significance if the hands, the palms are facing up or down on the knees. I'll invite you to find that significance for you in this moment, in this particular meditation, how you feel, reconnecting with your inner guidance, starting from there. Another option will be, and I really like that one, keeping one hand on the belly and the other one is on the chest, heart area. I have my microphone there, so I cannot keep it, but try and see for yourself if that works for you. What's great about this position is that it really helps you to reconnect with your breath, because you feel if on the inhale the breath will go all the way down to the belly, or if it's a little bit more shallow, it might stay in the chest area. If that's the case, don't force it. Be gentle and accepting. Just guide your attention down to the belly, and the breath will follow, will flow down together, interwoven with the breath and your awareness. Another option always available to us is to have the hands together in Namaste position, mudra, and then touch the sternum, which also helps you to reconnect with the breath, because you're gonna feel the waves of your breath in and out. You might want to bow and touch your forehead with your fingertips, making the connection with the third eye space. If this is the right position for you today, try and find out for yourself if it works. Last suggestion, still keeping one hand on the belly, and the other one goes in the upper chest, almost to the throat area. So this is part of us that often we don't fully use, and we suppress our voice sometimes, mostly out of consideration for other people's feelings, but also because sometimes we are afraid to speak up, to voice our truth. So notice if you need that connection, if you need to reconnect with this part of you and reconnect with your voice and with your inner truth. Once you find the outer shape that gives you the most comfort, let's go for the inner experience. If it feels comfortable, close the eyes. And then it's time to reconnect to our breath. Breathing in, expanding the belly. Breathing out. The belly dances in toward the spine. Noticing the flow of your breathing without judgment. If it's smooth and even, just flow with it. If it's a little bit more choppy, just gently invite it to go deeper to the belly. Stay present to the rhythm of the breath and allow it to search within. for all the pieces that need to be reconnected and remembered. Staying present to the rhythm of the breath, let's also notice the flow of the thoughts. Don't try to chase them away. Don't fight them. Yes, the mind will try to lure your attention away from the inner experience. But instead of fighting it, just invite it with your exhale to dissipate, letting go of the mental images, the way we empty our body with each breath out, and creating space for the new nourishing breath to come in. The best approach is to really be observant and notice the moment the attention starts to drift away. That's exactly the moment the magic happens. When you're able to stay open and present to that pure emptiness, even if it lasts just a second. Still present to your breath. Let's also connect to the flow of our inner emotions. Let's notice them and be honest about it. How do you feel in this moment? How would you describe your emotional state? I feel peaceful. I feel worried. I feel uneasy. I feel wholesome. Notice what describes you. Mindfully observing. And the same way as we did with the mental flow, we don't try to chase the emotions away or to suppress them or to judge them or to label them. We send the breath there together with our awareness, receptive and open, just observing, noticing where exactly in the body we might feel uneasy or we might notice the disconnect within. And letting the breath do the work together with our awareness and present mind, all of them interwoven together. Let's take one more breath and then opening the arms like a mighty bird ready to fly. Inhaling, palms touch above the head, and then on the exhale, touching the forehead with your palms, honoring our peaceful, wholesome, loving thoughts. The hands go to the mouth, remembering to be loving and kind through our words. Hands in front of the heart. Let it be peaceful and filled with loving kindness. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wholesome day.